Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. We've been working on this shifter. Well, we haven't been for the last couple of weekends because we've been busy doing other things. So we built this and we bought this. We only need this bottom part. So we're going to cut this thing off just high enough to where this boot goes, which is right up here by the bend. That boot comes up just to about here where this thing bends. So we need that boot. So we're going to cut this off about here. And then this, we want our shifter taller than it was to start with. That's part of the whole purpose of making a new shifter. Was the other one I just didn't have enough leverage. That other one was just a little short thing. So we need to cut this off, a couple inches off the bottom of this. And we'll round this up and put that all together. But we still need scales to put on up here. This is pretty hefty, but we want this wider. We want to, we're going to make it just like a knife handle. So what we're going to do right now in this video is we're going to go upstairs to the knife room and we're going to put together some green micarta to make our handle scales out of for that shifter. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you all joining me in the shop today. Sorry it's been a little bit, but summer's pretty hectic for me. So let's go make some micarta. So we're using this clear polyester casting resin because the fiberglass resin has an amber hue and changes the color of the things you're trying to do. So we're going to use this clear polyester resin, and we need 8 drops per ounce, I think, of resin for a 1/4 inch casting, which we're really not doing a casting, so this is kind of going to be halfway guesswork. So let's pour some of this in our cup. We're going to need quite a bit of it. So we have 327 grams. Okay. 11.5 ounces. Let's just make it an even 12 ounces if we can here, just for the sake of the math. And there we go, we've got 12 ounces. So we've got our 12 ounces of resin in this cup. So we're looking at several drops of resin, 8 times 12. We're looking at what, 104 drops or something like that, which I think is way too much, but so I believe, yes, the more resin that you use, the less catalyst you need. So we're not going to put 100 drops in there. I think we're going to stop right there. This resin will harden without the catalyst. It just takes forever. So we're up to about 12.1 on our stuff there. Let's go ahead and we'll put a little bit more in there. I want this to set up fairly rapidly. So we've got two different types of fabric that we're going to use here. We've got some microfiber cloth, and then we've got this day glow green from an old work shirt. And today, instead of just dipping it in the stuff, we're going to take a paintbrush here and we're going to paint it on, I think. You really want your fabric to be saturated. Now this microfiber cloth is really going to soak up a lot of this stuff, so which is fine. I was thinking maybe we wouldn't have enough. I may have to mix up some more. So we pretty much run out of work time with that. So luckily we've pretty much finished up. And see, that's part of your problem when working with these resins is you only get a certain amount of work time, and then the stuff starts to do this. See how that is now? That's like a big glop of jelly in there now. So, but that's okay, because we got it all laid out here. Now we'll put our piece of parchment paper over the top of that. Now we've got another board. We'll put on that. We've got another iron weight here that we'll put on that. And we'll put this one on top of that. And just to ensure that it doesn't slide on us, we'll put this can right here. And hopefully here in a little while we'll have some pretty green micarta. Alright guys, let's see what our micarta looks like here. We just took the top off, and there it is. This this resin doesn't set up nearly as quickly as the fiberglass resin does, as you can see. That's still kind of, you know, rubbery there, but the actual where the fabric is, that's in pretty good shape, so it's gonna look pretty good. We're not going to use a scale liner on this, so what we'll do is this part back here, the darker green, will be the scale liner, because that part will go against the scale, against the shift lever, and this part here will be facing out. So that'll be how that works. And rather than put the black scale liner, I don't know, look at that color though, that would look good, but we're going to paint the shifter black anyway. We were going to paint it before we did the scales, but then I got to thinking about it, and I always put my scales on my knives the same way. Then I shape it when it's on the knife. So if I tried to paint the shifter first and then put the handle scales on that shifter, I'd screw up the paint shape. You know, we got to shape the scales on the handle. So once we get the scales on there, get them pinned and, you know, epoxied on, and it's set up, then we'll treat it just like we would a knife handle. We'll cut the pins off, we'll get on the grinder, and we'll shape our handle scales to where we want them. And then what I'm going to have to do, because I can't just leave that bare metal, that's just high carbon steel, that's 5160 steel that I made that shift lever out of. So what I'll have to do is tape off the scales and just paint the spine and paint the lower part of the shaft, and do it separately. So but there we go, there's our micarta. That'll be the end of this video. Look for another video. We got a different video. We got our shift lever cut off. We got it welded together, so we got the shift lever ready to go. We got pinholes drilled in it. It's all ready to go now. So all we need to do tomorrow is put the scales on it, get the scales finished and ground to shape, paint the thing, and then we can put it back in the car. So look for that other video. It'll be up in a little bit after this one, I would guess. So there you have it. We made some pretty good looking micarta. I love that day glow green color. That'll go with those bar pads I put on there and what have you. So it looks pretty good. I'm as pleased as punch with it, how it came out. So I appreciate you guys all watching. That stuff looks pretty good, doesn't it? Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for being here. My subscribers, love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. If it wasn't for you, I'd have no reason to make the videos. So I appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. I'll leave a little circle down here in the bottom of the screen at the end of this video. And you can click on that and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And hit that little bell. That will let you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Share, like these things if you would, please. I really appreciate it. And so we'll be back with another one tomorrow. So always take care when you're working in your shop, guys. Be careful. Wear your goggles. Or a face shield when you're grinding and what have you. Put on that face mask. Save your lungs and your eyeballs. And wear gloves and whatever it takes. And whatever you're doing, just try to be safe. You don't want to lose a finger or whatever. So again, really appreciate you being here. Get out to your shop, do something, fix something, tear something up, whatever it takes. Just go have some fun and enjoy your time in your shop like I do. I need to clean mine again. So once we get this sandrail out of there and that shifter done, that shop's going to get a major cleaning before we continue on with anything else. So thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.